Hey everybody, I've been wanting to do this video a little while. I was watching 44 Teeth and they did a wash video, and I was telling Ed like a few days before that we should probably do a wash video for fun, because it's something I enjoy doing, he enjoys doing, so we figured we'd do one. And then I saw on YouTube that 44 Teeth did a wash video, and I was like so miffed at us because we should have done it before. Anyway, no big deal. So today I thought let's wash the bike. It's nice and warm today, so I thought I'd do it out here in the driveway. But generally you would want to do a wash where afterwards you dry the bike in the shade, because you don't want the chemicals and stuff to dry on the bike. So I'm gonna wash the bike, and for the sake of washing it in a nice light area, because it's pretty cold. And then, but generally if you wash it, then try and take it into the shade afterwards. And I'm going to take you through some of the stuff I personally use, and some of the stuff you can use, and the 2-bucket system, and just show you how I do it, because a lot of people have some different versions of how they wash, and there's nothing right, there's nothing wrong. It's how you like to do it, but this is how we do it. I've never had an issue with the pressure washer on a bike before. I've been washing motocross bikes for a decade plus. Super bikes are a lot easier, to be honest, and so it was pretty easy for me to adjust when I changed over. And yeah, so over here I'm going to start with the wash material. Now during lockdown I didn't get an opportunity to buy nice soap, so I'm just going through my soap. So I'm using just a plain car shampoo from Westpac. I know it's not fancy, I know it's not all bike soap, but it does the job and I don't have an issue with it, and there's a lot of it and you can go through it. For stubborn stuff I use an engine degreaser, also from Westpac. Again, it comes in bulk. You don't have to have fancy engine degreasers, you can dilute it, you can use it concentrate, and you can use one of these from Builder's Warehouse to mix and dilute it as you see fit if you need it. I don't need it today, but it is there if I do. Black gloves, again, personal preference. I'm always between my phone and washing bikes, so I prefer to have gloves on so I can quickly get to my phone if I need to, for work purposes. Chain cleaner, I'm pretty obsessed with cleaning chains, so I just use a basic cheap chain cleaner, because I use a good brand chain lube. Again, there's no right or wrong on what brands you guys use. I mean, it's absolutely totally up to you on what it is that you want to use, and when you want to use it, and where you want to buy it, and who you support. There's no wrong brand. I think anything out there nowadays is half decent. I would suggest, if you're going to be on you know, using an O-ring or an X-ring chain, to try and use a decent chain lube, whether that's Maxima, Motul, Motorex. They're all very good, nothing wrong with them. I use to dry the bikes, I use quick detailers. I use this for glass, I use this for the paint or the fairings. It doesn't matter, either one uses. I use this for tires or any black plastics. This is for after I've washed the bike. And then different brushes, chain, and difficult places to get to. And then one of the most important things I find, coming from a bit of an obsessive background, is I have 2 different wash mitts. They're both clean, but what I will do is later on is I'll separate them. One will be the dirty parts of the bike, so rims in the radiator area will be one of these, and then this will be for the seats and the paint and the top of the bike. So I do 2 different mitts for that. And then I keep all my cloths away, and that's just to prevent, once I've washed them, that the dust doesn't get onto them. So I have different versions of drying towels, of which I'll explain how it is and why I use them. And it's just from over the years, you know, I'm pretty into polishing cars and that kind of thing some years ago, and some of the tricks I learned was with cloths and how to protect and look after them so that you don't scratch your paint. Then this is the 2-bucket system, and the reason we use this is here's the soapy water, and then here's the clean water, and the clean water you see has a sieve at the bottom. And the reason for that is, once you put the mitt in here for the soap and you wash something on the bike, you come back and you rinse underneath here, and when you rinse underneath here or in here with the water, then you get the dirt that will fall to the bottom of the sieve. So that's the reason I use that. Right, and then here's the bike. You can see it's rather dirty. You see she needs a good clean. I've done a lot of riding lately. You can have a look here. What else to show you? Yeah, the rims and tires are pretty bad, so they need some good cleaning. This is my pressure washer. It's a K.236 thing. It's the cheapest one. I like Karsha. I've been using it for years, so that's the reason. Again, no particular reason, no particular brand that you need to use as long as you're happy, right? So I'm going to get started. That was 5 minutes of talking on products, and I don't want to talk too much about that. What I'm going to do is I rinse the bike down first, and once I rinse the bike down, then I start with the chain. I try to get as much dust and stuff off the bike as possible before I even touch it. So if I can rinse it with plain clean water first, then I start with the chain, because that's the toughest part. Then I start with the dirtiest parts of the bike, which would be the rims and tires and underneath that area, and then I rinse it again, and then I start washing the bike with a 2-bucket method. So there it is there, and then I have a foamer, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit. Right, so I have now switched over to the headband so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me see if this is on. And then this is on. And there we go. So I'm going to get to rinsing. Once I'm done rinsing, then I'll start with the chain, because that's the first part I start with. And then after the chain, I start with the rims and at the bottom, and then I'll start from the top. Bike is now rinsed off. I'm going to start with the chain cleaner. And the reason I do this is I'm quite obsessed with chains. I don't know what it is, but I hate a dirty chain. So I go through these cans like really quickly. And that's why I don't buy the really expensive ones, because as you can see, it cleans the chains real nice. So as you can see, I go through quite a bit of this stuff, and get you some soap on that, and then and we got to get the chain cleaner off. Look at that. Look at all of this dirt coming off the chain. So you can see it's already drying, so in the sun's not a great idea, but for the sake of the video I thought I'd do it out here where it's nice and light. Right, next is foamer down. So this is a foam going to get from Kasha. Just put some concentrate in here. And look at that. Isn't that a pretty sight? Some nice foam. So at this point you leave it, let the dust and stuff drain off the bike, and then we get the first cloth, which is this one, to start rinsing the difficult parts. So you know, at this point I haven't touched the bike actually, so I haven't touched anything. We've already rinsed it, already soaped it, still haven't put my hands on it. So a trick you'll learn from detailing is the less contact you have, the safer the paint is. Right, so it's soaked down. You saw I used one sponge just for the wheels, the chain, underneath the fender, the rear seat. I used it for the forks, I used it for the front rim, I used it for the radiator area and underneath the nose of the bike. And then I used a different sponge, a different wash mitt for the top of the bike, the fairings on each side, the clock area and the controls. Now lots of people are afraid of washing the bike in that area, or electrics. If you can't ride your bike in the rain, it's not a very good bike. So I've always figured that as long as I'm not putting a lot of direct pressure into those areas, and pressure wash is just fine. This is not a strong pressure washer, it just gives a nice jet stream. So next is I'm going to throw some foam on, because I've got some extra foam. I'm going to throw some foam on, then I'm going to rinse the bike, and then we're going to start the drying process. So join me for that. Okay. Oh, and you always rinse downward because you want the dirt to go downward. So we're not rinsing, not washing this way, washing this way. Right, so washed, rinsed, soaped, rinsed, and you can already see she's looking good. Again, simulate the rain, guys. If there's a rain here, it's going to handle it. I don't put a lot of pressure here. Now I know the controls are clean. Yeah, you can see she's all shiny. Next is the drying process. Now this is the trick detailers don't tell you. A quick detailer from Maguire's, and you basically spray down the whole bike, because what this does is it repels the water, but it puts a lubrication on the bike so that when you wipe it there's also no damage. So this helps repel the water and lubricate, so when you're wiping there's no damage. So go ahead and basically mist the bike down. Towels. Best drying towel for me, that's not 1,000 Rand, is this Shield drying towel. Okay, enjoy. Alright, so anytime using cloths, you work them in quarters or in eighths. Okay, this one's a big one, so in eighths is fine. How smooth it dries. Like a pro. and that's why we use quick detailer. So I'm going to finish wiping down the bike, and then we'll get to the intricate stuff. I'm going to show you a little trick quick that I learned over time. And one of the things that drives me crazy is mirrors and windscreens, and this cloth, this Addis glass cloth, Builders, I get it at Builders Warehouse, I think, yeah, Pick and Pay or Builders Warehouse. And then this one is a dash and glass cleaner, so you just give it a little mist, nothing too much, you don't want to create too much, yeah, a little bit there, and that's it. Literally give it a few seconds to work, and then these cloths don't leave streaks, so that's what's nice about it. Look at that, look at that, here we go. Perfect. So you can see the bike's already dried off. The quick detailer helps. Now I'm going to start doing plastics here, here, that side, this piece, and just clean the swing arm a bit better. And I do that with car chem, tire and trim gel. Okay, we can use one of these, give it a good shake. It's been in the sun, so it's much easier to get on. And you see, it's just a little dirty drizzle, and then you just wipe it on the plastic, and it just keeps everything the same color, nice and dark. UV protection. It just keeps the bike looking new. Now, chain lube. Oh, the multi-purpose, this spray. It's silly. I actually just spray these. And the reason I spray these is an old motocross habit that I've kept over the years. It's actually nothing for us to spray with this. But it's an old motocross habit, and it's kind of just stuck with me. Right, last but not least, chain lube. Now here's the thing about chain lube. If you don't have a mat or a plastic underneath here, you're going to leave oil on your bricks. So I'll wash it off when I'm done, but be prepared for that. I spray on the inside of the chain, not too much, just like that. And then I do one coat on the outside, like that. And that is it. I don't do any more than that. This is a bit of a thin oil. It's not a wax. I don't like the waxes. And that, everybody, is it. And I took out my gloves and I didn't even use them. So, but yeah, clean, ready to go. I'll do some B-roll shots, and I hope you enjoyed it. Again, there is no way, right way, wrong way. There is your way. There's the way you feel comfortable doing it. Don't take it to a car wash, please. I've seen it too many times. It just, they scratch it, and don't take it to a car wash. Don't take your car to a car wash. Yeah.